Nice. Man, that thing will turn. Very cool. That's crazy. Yeah, this will get into some real nice alpha. Wow. Yeah, I gotta get the gear off of that. This gear is ridiculous. I just, see if I can get a landing out of it here, Steve, coming in. Landing left to right. Oh yeah, lands very nice. Wow. Holy smokes. I'm gonna go vertical. Ready?
On the runway.
That does a nice break. Put the gear up again, Steve. Yeah, it's very stable like this. Look at that. Very cool. This is going to be good with the gear up. I keep hitting that switch, Steve. The gear's not coming up. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. What a difference 5mm makes. In a dangerous situation here, I got to ease that power, Steve. I'm going to leave some in. There we go. Ease it, ease it. There we go. That was tough. You got to really jockey it. Crash landing. Hey guys, Rich here. Welcome back to the RCINFORMER YouTube channel. Steve's on the camera. We're here at Nall in the fall 2022, and we're going to do a maiden flight here on FMS's new 64mm Rafale flying on 4S. Okay, you guys probably saw the unboxing we did. If you didn't, it's in the upper right hand corner of the screen. I'll put a link to it so you can click on that. We did a full unbox assembly setup. We also did or full unbox. We got the receiver in it, which I'm going to show you here now how we got that lined up. And then also we did a live show on it. So I'll put that link there too so you can see that. We're flying it without the ordnance now, just the wingtip missiles and the fixed gear. And then hopefully we're going to put the ordnance on it for you today and then do an ordnance flight and then maybe even glue the grab rail, because I made a grab rail here for hand launching because I think this is going to be more of a sort of a hand launch jet. Stellar, as you guys saw from that video, or if you guys go look at it, it went together real nicely. And here's what we're flying in here, Steve. I'm going to get close or get it set up here so you can get in on there. You can see reflexes mounted there. 4-channel receivers like right about here. Sorry, Steve, if you can get in on that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm running a 4S. Okay, 2200 ADC pack in there. Okay, just to go with a small pack. It's meant for you know, a 22 to 26. Probably go a little higher with it. But we're going to start with that. The CG, Steve, if you want to pan out a little bit, is supposed to be at 90 to 100. 90 is right behind this little plastic piece right here. Okay, if you can get that. And then about another 10 to 15mm back is 100. So I'm flying it right about on that plastic edge. Okay, so we're probably borderline 90-ish. Okay, for the first flight. Steve, you ready to rock?
Let's go.
Let me give a quick run up. Okay. Let me get safeties off. We're doing well. Fixed gear. Again, we're going to try for some little hand launching later. We'll run this up. Check my flight controls because this is the Maiden. Right, left, up, down. I got high, medium, and low rates on everything. I'm going to go, yeah, I tell you what, I'm going to use medium on the elevator because that's probably way too much. So, and the stabilization is working. Because I only used a 4S, or sorry, a 4-channel receiver, there's no turning it on or off. It's just on. It's on stabilization, which is actually called the optimized mode. You ready, Steve? Let's see if this rolls on grass because it has a really, really tiny, tiny set of nose wheels. So we're going to go get out onto the runway here. Taxiing out. That's no problem on that grass. Let's see. I think that little drain ditch thing is right there. So, all right, let's see what we got, Steve. I can tell my wheel's pulling to the left a little bit on me, so I'll just hold it there. Rolls real well on this thing. All right, let's turn it around. Steve, come on with me over here, a little closer to me so we can see you. Just get it on the center line. Are you ready? Here we go. Take it off. That power's back. Yep. Messed up. Let me get it. Maybe I needed that full elevator after all. Foam tack. Let me go get some. I'll be right back. All right, guys, a little bit of foam tack. Here's what we're gonna do. I think that tells me two things about that flight, was that I do need to move the CG back a little bit. Maybe need a little more elevator throw. So, because I did have it a little farther than the book said. It might have been about 85 or something, so just wouldn't take off. And I also had my low elevator rate in. So let's get this together, and here's what we're gonna do. This is how you foam tack stuff. Okay, get your glue on, pull it apart, push it together. Pull it apart, push it together. Pull it apart, and then let it sit there for like a minute or two. Let me let that sit. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and, once it's sat for like a minute or two, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna put it on one final time, and boom. It's on there, and it's usually not going to come off. Now, I could have put some structure in there or something, but I just don't have anything with me to use right now, so we're just going to go with it kind of as is. So let's get that, make sure that's on there. I'm going to put my missile back on, and then here's the change I'm going to make. Because I have the CG right around that plastic, 90 is a little farther behind it, 100 is farther back. So I'm going to take my battery, okay, we're going to go way back with it. So I'm going to take it, I don't want to go too crazy, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this, I'm going to go under the first strap, which is what I kind of thought about doing in the first place. The larger Rafale actually has the battery way back, so that may be an indication that, you know, these Rafales, you want those CGs a little farther back, you know, and let's see. Hopefully I don't go too far back where it's not flyable now. But heck, I couldn't even, it wouldn't rotate at all. So maybe because too, it should have enough tail down force. We'll go full back on the elevator this time, or full throw. Here, let's get this down. We'll let that plug in. Let's let it boot, Steve. Let the flight controls go through their thing. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to tuck these in here. Let's get this here. Put that around the back. I'll put it like this. We'll tuck this in. I'm going to strap these wires down. And let's see what we can do CG-wise now. I'll strap this down. Get it in there. All right, we'll see. That's way back under the last strap. Stick my foam tack over there. Let's see what we got. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're back around 100 now. So we're actually balancing like here now. So we're a bit back. So, and what I'll do is I'll go full elevator. I'll go back on my high rate. That's what I had. No, this is what I had. Yeah, that is what I had. I'm gonna go full, just so I have it to get off the ground, because it just wasn't taking off. Of course, I didn't steer it well and went into the grass. So, all right, Steve, ready? Let's go out again. Let's go see what we got. All right, second attempt, here we go. All right, he's going out. I'm gonna taxi out a bit. Hang on, let's let him go out. Here, come on in. I know, is he going? No, there he is. Let me check my nose. Yeah, we're good. All right, we got a guy landing, and then we'll head out again. That's a lot of elevator, huh? It doesn't get off the ground now, Steve. Let's see, where's this guy going? He's still a guy out there. I'm just letting him, I think I don't know if he's coming in or what. He's turning base to fun.
He took off.
No, this guy here.
He just took off.
Oh, did he? Okay, okay. Taxiing out! Pulling hard left here still. Taking off. Jeez, there we go. See if I can bring it back here, Steve. Yeah, there we go. I went down to low elevator rate right away. Just because I don't think I need all that. I just needed that to take off. I'm just trimming back a bit. A little bit of left aileron trim's what I need. I think we're good now. I'm just taking it slow, half throttle. I think I got it trimmed pretty good. It looks weird with fixed gear, but hey. All right, we are trimmed. Powering it up. I'm only about half throttle still. Lots of action. Roll control's good. I'm in low rate for that because I know I don't need a lot. All right, full throttle, Steve. Let's come by fast. Yeah, I got to trim it forward a little bit for high speed. There we go. Yeah, definitely much better on the CGI. Actually, it's not giving me any trouble at all here like this. Lots of activity happening here. Yeah, that's flying decently. God, it turns right around. I got a low elevator rate in there. Holy smokes, and it still does that pretty well. Let me go inverted with it, Steve, and see how it does. Very nice. Very smooth inverted. Does that well, other than disappearing into the sky with the color, because it's gray underneath. Not bad, not bad. I'll do that inverted one more time. Full throttle's coming in. We'll roll it upside down. Man, I wish I could turn opposite direction. God, it flies beautifully. Steve, let me give you, let's do a couple rolls with it. That's very nice, it does that well. I'm gonna get it up a little higher for you, Steve. I'm gonna go to a mid-elevator rate. I'm just gonna loop it around out front. Yeah, it goes right around. Yeah, holy smokes. Yeah, it doesn't need all that elevator travel. I might actually take my elevator and aileron horns and actually move them in a little bit, but let me try and approach the landing, Steve, see how it does. Coming back to about half throttle here. Coming back to a quarter, a little less than a quarter. Looks like it approaches nice. I'm just holding it off. I'm just holding it off, holding it off, holding it off. Let me land it here. Let me bring it on in. I accidentally touched down. I really didn't want to. But since it touched down and I was full back on the stick, didn't have my high elevator rate in, but it's flying well. You want to wager on the battery, Steve?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 39%.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna come right over here, Steve. See, this was the elevator. What I should have done is switch to that's the elevator I had. I sort of switched to high before I, get off the ground again, and then I got into the drag. So it seems to need that to rotate. There seems to be a lot of pressure here to push down on that to get it to take off. Let me take a look real quick at the battery. What do you think we got?
39.
Let's try. Let's see what we got. Because it's just a little battery in there too. So let me get that back there. 11%. So it's a 2200. It's a 64 fan. So, all right, let's get a bigger battery in, and then let's go with it. We'll probably throw some ordnance on, Steve, or maybe we'll use the same battery and let's go with some ordnance. You ready? All right, let's go get it, pop it in, and we'll go. Okay, guys, we got the missiles and the drop tanks on. Okay, just slide them on, slide them off. Here, let me pull this one. That one doesn't want to come off. Ooh, there, that's tight. Just put them on. I had them on backwards in my assembly video. This part here goes forward. So CG's a little bit farther back too. I went ahead and put my battery. I'm gonna show you where it's at. We're gonna see how it does with this. I put my battery all the way back. It's not even under that strap. The strap is holding the wires down, okay? So it's Velcroed a bit. And that should be it. We also fixed our nose steering issue. We just trimmed it out a bit and we should be good to go. All right, Steve, you ready to rock? Let's go here. All right, here we go. Well, let's go. Get those out of the way. Yeah. All right, taxiing out. You ready, Steve? I'm surprised how well this does on the grass, man. high elevator. Here we go. Taking off. Oh, it tracks nice now. There we go. Whoa, holy smokes. Steve, I just put the gear up. All right, I went to a low rate now. CG's farther back, so it'll give us an idea of how pitchy it is. It's a little pitchier like that, so I'm thinking 110 is probably pretty good. Yeah, you see it climbing? Yeah, it's unstable now. Just that little extra bit, Steve, and maybe with the missiles too. I'm in a very low rate, but look at that. See, it's pitchy on me now. Let's go full throttle and see how it does. You could put some expo to null that out, but it will alpha well really now. So but let's see what it does for speed. Since the CG is pretty far back, I could probably use a little expo with that aft CG in there right now. Let's see how it does coming by quick here. Full throttle. Yeah, it's very pitch sensitive now. Not horrible, but yeah, you see it? It hunts a little bit like that. So you either need to put CG farther forward, or you need to have a little bit of expo in there. So, but it's doing okay, not bad, not horrible. We're gonna try it, Steve, in the vertical climb here. Let's go. This is just to give you a little missile demo. We're going up. It does okay in that. I'm going to pull it over the top, roll it around, get back onto the downwind. The missiles definitely slow it down a bit. And you definitely don't want to go past maybe 100 on the CG, because I went back to like 105, 110, and it's pretty pitchy. So I think we had a good battery, good CG location there before. So, all right, very good. So we're flying in the pack here, folks, so we've got to sort of behave ourselves right now. All right, here we go. Landing! That's all people I think need to see with the missiles. I just need to try to land it in one piece now. Here we go. Power's coming off. I'm going to ease it back. I'm going to let it settle on in. Whoa! There you see it gets high in that. Yeah, let me bring it. Let me go around again, Steve. We got plenty of power. It's just unstable, so when you get like that, you got to really kind of ease it on in. So. Landing! Yeah, see it's pitchy? Oh, I don't want to stall it. I'm going to land it far out, Steve, right down here. But no, I'm going to go around. Yeah, it's very unstable. Yeah, that's not good.
Landing left to right.
I'm landing left to right too. Where is he at? Where are you at?
I had to land no power.
I'm in a dangerous situation here. I got to ease that power, Steve. I'm going to leave some in. There we go. Ease it, there we go. That was tough. You got to really jockey it. Taxing off.
No, wait. Land on the grass.
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm out of the way. There you go. Your problem, no problem. All right, let's get it out of there. Man, I can hardly fly that. Let's get that CG a little back, and let's get the missiles off of it. Okay, guys, we got the missiles and drop tanks off. We got our battery back in. This time I'm using a slightly lighter 2200 4S, okay, a Spectrum. I got a little farther forward because it's a little lighter than that 80C pack. And our CG is probably right around here, just behind that plastic, maybe 5 to 10 millimeters behind it. And that's where it seems to fly well. Let's try it out and see what we got here with this flight. And then we're going to start getting, I think, into the hand launch phase. I want to do a little bit of landings here. And I also want to do a little bit of maybe alpha stuff, Steve. Let's see. Let's see, how's our wind doing?
We're going left to right or right to left? Left to right.
Hang on a sec. Probably the other way, but all right. All right, he's taxing on out. Yeah, it's kind of that way a bit, but all right, here we go, Steve. Taxing out. Get her on the center line. You ready, Steve? Taking off. Put the gear up again, Steve. All right, that's much better where we got it, Steve. That CG is good. You go back a couple millimeters from that and you're kind of screwed. I mean, really, it was kind of out of control. So, Yeah, it's very stable like this. Look at that. Very cool. This is going to be good with the gear up. I keep hitting that switch, Steve. The gear's not coming up.
You're working that switch.
We got a plane landing here, so yeah, he's landing in that RV. I'm going to go inverted over the runway here. Yeah, it's very nice. Very nice. What a difference 5mm makes. Holy smokes. I mean, that was ridiculous. I was having really a hard time. Just going around, Steve. Sorry about that. Just going to loop it. Sorry about that. Hey guys, I'm feeling the wind from my left. You guys feeling that? We okay to reverse it? Don't all scream at once.
I heard you. I just waiting for anybody else to hear.
That's cool. I'm going to do a little alpha right to left over the far grass, so. I'm over the grass, so it'll be fine. Yeah, it does some good alpha. I just can't get it close, Steve, because of the people here. So let's see. I'm going to start into a turn to the left here. Come back around. Yeah, you got to use those rates or expo, one or the other. So.
Landing on one.
Okay. I'm going to be way out here, Steve, okay? Just trying to keep it up there. I need to get that gear off of there. It's ridiculous. But it'll do it nice. I'm going to high elevator rates when I'm doing that, so. I want to make this a belly lander, Steve. That's what we're going to do next, okay? You good with that? I'm going to go vertical. Ready?
On the runway.
That does a nice break. This will go a little quicker with the gear off, too.
Got somebody on the runway.
Yep, see him there. All right. All right, he's low pass, left to right. All right, Steve, here we go. He's doing his alpha thing with that MiG. Sweet. All right, Steve, I'm going to peel away. Ready? Yeah, this will get into some real nice alpha. Wow. Yeah, I got to get the gear off it, though. This gear is ridiculous. I just, see if I can get a landing out of it here, Steve, coming in. Landing left to right. Oh, yeah, lands very nice. Wow. Holy smokes. That's the CG, Steve, about 10mm or so, kind of back from that, that plastic piece. Let's get this off over here. Let's drive it on back. I'm going deep out of the way for you guys, so I'll stay here till you guys bring it in.
Crosswind, man. The crosswind. Oh, watch it.
Steer left.
Turn to the left.
All right, let me bring it back.
Spear him with the javelin.
Cool, yeah.
I don't go with actually on landing, okay?
I don't want to be at the bad end of that refueling probe, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to get probed today.
It's a cute little plane. Who makes that?
FMS makes this. It's yeah, check it out. We're doing videos for the channel, so you might be on it, but
That's awesome.
Steve, that's it right there. It's 4S. There's our CG, just about 10mm behind that plastic. Can you get on that? Yep. Just right behind it. That's perfect. Okay, if you want to go a little back for high alpha, maybe you can, but it got unstable on me. So, but very cool. The battery fitting right in there is nice. So, so Steve, here's what we're gonna do. Pan out on this. What we're going to do is we're going to make a belly lander out of it right now, hand launcher, because the gear on a Rafale is stupid when it's hanging down. It doesn't make any sense. So we're going to take this off, and I made what is it, a hand launcher to put on this. We're going to try. Okay, so let's get that on there. Let's go with it. That way if I high alpha and screw up, I can land in the grass without the gear tearing it all off. So, all right, let's get to it, Steve. All right, Steve, you ready for this? Yep. Here's what we got. I made this at home. I bagged it, okay? I want to make sure you can get fully in on this thing. Can you zoom in and see what that looks like? Yeah. It's a piece of Lexan, okay, with 3 screws going into a piece of wood that I fabricated. Can you see that all right? Get it nice and close? All right. I used a Dremel tool to put some detents in here, okay? So it's actually V-shaped. I don't know if you can see it that way. It's hard to tell from where you are, but it's kind of V-shaped so your fingers can get in there without sliding, right? I made the front part with a little ramp, see that deal? And I made the back part a little bit concave, so I actually have a nice kind of grab to it. The idea is we're going to glue it right here, right on the CG, okay? And it's going to go right in this position, right about where the center of gravity is. I already did a pre-balance of it, okay? So you got all that okay, right? You ready to go? This is something I made at home to try here to see if it's going to work. And we're just going to foam tack on this. So what I did was, when I first saw this, I was like, we all said, oh yeah, this is like a hand launch airplane. So I right away sent to FMS a picture of their Scorpion, the 70mm 4S Scorpion they made a long time ago. And I said, hey, this thing has a really nice grab rail under it. Why don't we make this thing hand launch? Because people are going to like to hand launch, probably belly land this plane way better than they're going to want to land it on wheels. You know, people are going to take the wheels off. Rafale has a nice smooth bottom, as you all can see here. Put a little more on there. And it's perfect for landing on grass. So, and the gear looks dumb hanging down. So, man, if we could make a nice grab rail, so I made that recommendation. We'll see if that's something, maybe they don't do it, they do it a future model. I don't even know if it's going to work really. But rather than digging holes, I know a lot of guys have modded this. They've put holes in the bottom, okay? I'm just gonna rub this. If you guys get glue on your hands, just do this with it, and it'll all come off. But, you know, a lot of guys have modded this by putting holes and stuff under it, and I can repaint this thing gray a little later on. I'm gonna push this down to make sure it all sticks down there. And then what we're gonna do, I'm putting it right behind, I don't know if you can see that, Steve? Right behind those two little panels right there, kind of right on the edge of those, okay? And then running it back. Again, I just made this big so it has a lot of surface area to it. And this isn't to be super, super neat. This is just as a test bed. So, and I'm gonna kind of move it up and down. See those strings under there? That's kind of how foam tack works. You want to get it nice and tacky if you can, okay? By putting it up and down and so forth. And if I don't see a lot, this may just pull the paint off. I'm hoping it's going to stick. And this is just, again, as a test bed, so FMS has something to work with. So if they want to do this, or maybe make a future change to this, they got something to go on. This doesn't stick that well with paint, so this may end up pulling all the paint off in the long run, really. But again, we're just trying to do a couple hand launches out of this. And trying to make it in such a way that I don't have, that's probably gonna, I should be able to get that. See how when foam tack gets on there, if you just do that, just roll it and it'll come right off. You can use some alcohol too, apparently. And again, I'm not going for super neat here, but I'm just going for getting this in place. And I just put it on backwards. Steve, you're supposed to get rich, you got to down backwards. So now make sure you put it on the right way. And I'm letting this tack, okay guys? I'm blowing on it, you know, just giving it a minute or so, let it tack up. I'm gonna roll some of it around the edges. Again, not trying to be super, super neat because we're here at Nall in the fall. I'm just trying to get some of this going so we can try to get a couple hand launches with this. So again, let it tack up. And then we'll go ahead and put this on here one last time, I think. So let me get this right in the middle as best I can. I'm using that panel line and that panel line. And I'm just going to press that baby on. And that should be on there to stay. It really shouldn't, hopefully, not come off on there. So I'm going to press this down. Okay. Try and roll some of this off of here. Sometimes it'll take the paint, but if you do this with it, you can get that foam tack to ball up and just come right off the finish. So if you've got good paint, which FMS has, that'll usually ball up and come right off. So I'm going to push that down. What do you think, Steve? Yeah. Not bad for a concoction I just made at home, right? Yeah. So the idea, and I can paint this gray, you'll never see it. And what I'm hoping for is that when FMS sees this, or hopefully they will make in the future, a built-in hand launch, you know, thing for this airplane. Even if they leave the landing gear on this thing, you know, they can go with that. So here's what we're going to do. Can you get in on the gear okay? Yeah. I'm just going to pull this off. It just slides out. We're going to get this one off, okay? And we're going to, while this is curing, just going to get the gear off this darn thing. And I had my wrench here somewhere that I put down. There it is right here. We're going to put this in the front. Okay, just like we put it on. If you guys watch that video, you'll see that. Okay, you get that off. And then this little pin's sticking out, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go under here. I don't know if you can get in there, Steve. I'm just going to reach in there very carefully. If I can slide that out without breaking the arm, I might be able to do it if I could break the arm doing this. Let me reach down. I'm going to pull this. I don't know if you can see that. Can you get in there? Can you see that okay? Yeah. You can unscrew the arm is probably the safe thing to do. But what I'm going to do is just move it to the side, lift that up, and then I'm just going to slide the pin over right there, and then just pull it out. Okay, that's just to get that out of place so we don't have a pin hanging down. So when we hand launch this, we'll have a nice grab rail. So you see it's gone there, and then we'll have this here. So we'll just let this dry, give it some time to tack up and really get thoroughly on there, and we should have, when we're done, Steve, can you get on that? We should have a good hand launch, you know, platform to throw from. So as long as the glue dries up. So let's let it dry up, and then we will get this out there and we'll do some hand launches and some flying out of it. All right, Steve, you ready? Okay, guys, here's what we got. We just saw the installation of my homemade grab rail at home that I pre-engineered. Steve came up with the idea to put a little tape on these hooks here, which I might take them off with a razor blade anyway later, but just so they don't grab some grass. And we're in with a slightly bigger bat. I think it's mostly dry. I think it's good to go. It's holding it up. So, and then we've got a 4S right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a 2600 ADC, okay? I shoved it back a bit. And then our balance on this, which seems to be good, and I'm hoping we'll alpha a little bit better now. I don't have the gear on there for all that darn drag. We are balancing right about where it seemed to be the good range, which is just right behind this, maybe about 5 to 10 behind that plastic piece there. So, and this will be our first hand launch. You ready, Steve? We got good stabilization, everything's working. Throttle's good. All right, right, left, all right, we're good. Got low rates, put about 20% expo in, just for the heck of it here. Make sure we throw this nose up. All right, here we go, go wide. Cross your fingers. I went high intentionally, so want to make sure I had it right. So a little too high on that. I'm only about half throttle. Yeah, I might have gone a little too much, so.
Hey, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not. She moves along. Now I got it, Steve, I got to trim this thing down a bit. Let's see if I can get it, yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's nice. Here, let's get it, I put some expo in it, so that's why it's feeling a little mushy for me. Nice. Man, that thing will turn. Very cool. Steve, I'm trying a little alpha maneuvering with it. See this guy coming in?
He's going a little fast. Behind you.
I may need to get that CG back to get alpha a little better. Yeah, this is crazy, the amount of pitch that it does. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's bring it on in here.
There's that loop, sorry.
Very nice and smooth. I can't wait till we can really test this out. It's kind of hard to do with so many people here. Yeah, let's get this, you ready for the loop? Here we go. Is that crazy or what? Trying to get it to just drop. But I think I need the CG back for flying alpha flight better. Yeah, it's just kind of. Yeah, I may have to, you know, the CG gets hairy right at I may need to shift it back just a bit. I might put it right in the grass here, Steve. Because I'm going to shift it a bit. On the runway!
Yep.
All right, I'm going to shift it back a hair. You ready? Let's go. I'm just going to go back a little bit. Not very much, just a hair. Because the CG gets kind of crazy when you get too far back with this thing. Let's go back just a little more, right under the end of that. There we go, let's try that. Velcro. Because that seems to make a big difference in the, let's see where we're at here. It's a hair farther back. You feel comfortable hand launching?
Sure. It's coming out of the north now, so just hold that.
Is it in the north? Yeah, okay. Just put your, are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. Just take a, yeah, like that, yeah. And make sure you go a little more on the nose up side of things.
More than you did? More than you did?
Or less than I did, but just nose up. Do whatever you do, don't go down. So, There you go.
Where's the wind going?
It's coming from this side, so you can go straight out that way if you want. Steve, you ready to go wide?
Yep.
All right. You ready?
Yep. Probably a little too.
That's okay. That's good.
Okay?
Yeah, no, I think I landed. I needed to clear it because I picked up some debris.
Yep.
Yeah, the wind's coming from our left, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of a strange wind. So you're the only one up right now, but I think there's a guy getting ready to take off.
There we go. That settles it nice there. Yeah, let's get that. Is he taking off to my left? My right, I mean?
He just took off.
Okay, good.
One of those timbers, I think.
All right, Steve, I'm gonna go deep down over here. This thing flies great. All right, let's go high into that. Let me get it slowed down over here. Now that that CG's back. It's hard to slow it down. That's crazy. Yeah, it'll do it. I gotta practice with it more somewhere, but let's come by fast. Is there a guy to my right?
Yeah, he's way out. He's up and out.
We're probably about out of battery here, Steve. Yeah, this flies beautifully. I'd rather have this as a hand launcher for sure, so.
Coming out.
Which way's our wind? It's at our backs right now, isn't it?
It's kind of, yeah.
All right, Steve, I'm gonna bring it on in here because I think my battery's about toast here. Put it right on the grass in front of us. Landing! Grass landing.
Yep.
Beauty. Now let me go get it. The hand launcher works.
Yeah, right.
See, we put the little thing on the back, underside. See that? I glued that. I glued that on there.
Just
Yeah.
as a skid.
Yeah, and it's got like, it's kind of like, I kind of carved it in there so your fingers don't fall off it.
Oh,
I
that's
made
the
that
hand
tight.
launcher that you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because this is a fixed gear
Nothing to
jet.
grab onto, right?
There's nothing, yeah. So guys are drilling holes in it here and here, both sides, and it works. But I just wanted to make something like this. So maybe FMS will do this on a future plane.
Yeah, never put past an AEROBATIC, will they?
That's right, yeah, that's right. All right, Steve, I think that's gonna be it. We'll do some more. I want to experiment with the high alpha stuff and get the CG back a little farther, but it's flying nice now. So right now, where we've got it, yeah, CG wise, we did go a bit back. I'm kind of back in here now, maybe 10 to 15 back, and it's actually okay. I almost wonder if those missiles and bombs, you know, the drop tanks, didn't make it pitchy. So, but this is sweet, guys. Nice as a hand launcher, so great on the gear too. You guys seen it? We have probably what, 4 or 5 flights we just did on it, so it's flying real nice. So check this out. Links below, guys. If you want to get one, use my links in the description box. Doesn't cost you anything, and it supports the channel. Like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. What do you think, Steve? I think it's better as a hand launch. I just don't like it with sticking down with gear, you know? It's just kind of goofy. And I just think it's a much better kind of belly land type airplane. So, all right, Steve, thanks for filming, guys. Thanks for watching. We're here at Joe Nall 2022, or Nall in the Fall. We'll see you guys next time.